Hello. The Mars transits on 23rd February 2026. This is to explain its influence on Aquarius ascendants based on Vedic astrology. If you are having a Janam Kundli or if your birth chart is based on Vedic astrology, then this astrology analysis is for you. Mars transits on 23rd February from your 12th house to the 1st house. First house also called the lagna bhava. When it arrived the first house, there are 4 planet conjunction already there in the first house. So these planets are Mars, not the Mars, where Mars is arriving. So North, Sun, Venus and the Mercury. When the Mars joins them, then it becomes a 5 planet conjunction and it's a rare occurrence. Also to mention that the North Node was there since 18th May 2025 and it will continue to be there up to 5th December 2026. It takes such a long time for North Node to completely travel across a house. There are a few other planets, that means Jupiter, Saturn. South Node also takes such a long time to travel across a single house in a birth chart. So they also influence in long term. So the influence of the North Node also long term. But the planets Sun, Mercury, Venus and Mars are the 4 planets which usually takes about 1 to 1.5 months to complete a house in a birth chart, and therefore they influence in short run. Your first house or the lagna bhava resembles your entire life as a whole and also your head. Now the 5 planets in your head, that means lot of thinkings, changes going on your mind during these days. And not only that, you are taking the changes, or you are going to change the things in your life. Sometimes that might affect your entire life. So let's talk about the influence of these planets to your entire life and the head. So the North Node was already there since May 2025. So its influence is long term and the North Node creates inconsistency in your life. General attitude is that ups and downs. That means sudden ups, sudden rising and sudden falling. Different to maintain the consistency. And harsh decision making. Because the North Node doesn't allow us to think much or concentrate on your targets or your plans. So it will not allow you to mindful or concentrate on your targets. Instead your mind runs here and there. Not only the mind, the person also travels a lot or he wanders a lot during that period. Lack of proper consciousness towards achieving goals can't be seen. It's very difficult to concentrate during these periods. So sometimes you are achieving, but sometimes you losing. Difficult to maintain consistency. And the Sun in short term. Sun and Mars makes you popular or makes you rise. I mean, you will be highlighted among others during that period. But at the same time, you will come to a position that think you are always correct. I mean, your decision makings are correct and you are not flexible enough to listen to others. You think your thoughts and actions are always correct. Likewise, kind of pride. That might create problems because Mars also supports that. It's like king and the commander, chief commander. Sun and the Mars. So they don't want to be flexible. Actions without deep thoughts or deep thinking and sudden emotional reaction might lead to troubles. So need to be cautious and careful about such issues during this period. The lord of the 8th house is Mercury. 8th house is the worst house of any birth chart, which resembles the setbacks of life and the disturbances, obstacles to the life, and financial losses and other kinds of losses, sorrow and life-threatening situations, death, and also the span of life. Mostly highly negative things. So 8th house is the house which represent those issues. So lord of the 8th house of Aquarius ascendant is Mercury. So now Mercury is going through your first house. Also during the 26th, during the period of 26th February to 21st March, Mercury retrogrades, making things more negative. So the overall influence, overall impact is negative. I mean, when it comes to the North Node, Sun, Mercury, and the Mars. In fact, Mercury creates situation. I mean, life-threatening situation. Also, you have to be careful about safety and security also during that period, at least until 11th April, until the Mercury departs the first house. Because when the lord of the 8th house is in the lagna bhava or first house, that creates a life-threatening situation. So, and Venus is the only planet creates you the positive issues there. Some of the other planets like Sun and Mars might create some sort of positive issues, but mainly negative, mostly negative. But Venus creates you purely positive issues, positive influences. Both the lord of the 9th house is Venus. The 9th house resembles luck, fortune, then your affection towards religious matters and your religious faith and your spiritual interests likewise. The good things. So during this time, luck also comes to you. Apart from those troubles, kind of luck also there for you. So that is a plus fact. So, but the Venus is going to stay there only a short period of time, up to 2nd March. Then it will move to the 2nd house and will get exalted, and it will be there up to 26th March in the 2nd house. So it will move soon. Then the other 4 planets will remain there for a certain time. So that will create more troubles, because now the Venus also no more there. That's why. So be cautious and careful during that period. When decision making and when you are doing things and when you are planning, like everything connected to your head and general life, and also decision making. And nowadays South Node is in your 7th house. That also creates negative influences, because South Node is in enemy state in the 7th house. That is creating long-term negative influences on your all the matters related to your marriage. Whether you are expecting to be married or you are married, or even you are not married, living together for a long time, all those relationships and the people involved will be affected negatively. Because that proves with the state of Saturn, because Saturn is in the second house these days. Your second house resembles your saved wealth or savings. So Saturn there means it will let you spend your money, your savings, difficult to save. But there is a luck also there, short for a short period. Once the Venus arrived there, during stay there from 2nd June to not June, 2nd March to 26th March, so you will have money in your hand. Your savings will be positive during that period because Venus gets exalted there. Saturn also there, but Venus gives some positive influences there. But then on 15th March, Sun also arrives, creating more expenses, but still up to 26th March, Venus will be there, creating positive influences. You will gain and you will lose. You gain from Venus, you lose from Saturn and Sun during that period. I mean wealth and savings. And then the married life, because second house also resembles the life after the marriage, the married life. Also the family life. Saturn is there in the long run up to 3rd June 2027, creating negative influences. But even during that short period of time, when the Venus stays there, create some happy moments, good time for your family life, even in the short term. So, even though the Sun and Saturn creates troubles, still some kind of happiness also will be there, the mixed influences. And for your speech also, Saturn creates trouble from your speech, but when the Venus arrives there, some sort of pleasant speaking, or you will gain certain things from your speech, but Sun also create obstacles for your speech, again mixed influences. What about Jupiter? Jupiter is in your 5th house, but until 11th March, Jupiter's positive influence will not be highlighted properly because until 11th March it will be in the retrograded mode, but from 11th March up to 2nd June, Jupiter's influence is highly, not highly, actually in average level positive, because Jupiter is not in good state there. The place is nice, place is good, 5th place is good for Jupiter, but it's in enemy state because the associated sign with the 5th house is Gemini, belongs to Mercury. So Jupiter is in enemy state there, so it can't exert its maximum positive influence, but instead it will exert some kind of positive influences there, especially for the matters governed by the 5th house, means your children, your love affairs, and also for your education from during the period starting from 11th March up to 2nd June. Also the influence of the Jupiter to your head. So there are 5 planet conjunction there. No? The Jupiter's influence on your head, the Jupiter's aspect to the 1st house during the 11th March and up to 2nd June is favorable or positive for the 1st house, the matters governed by the 1st house. So this is the common astrology reading for Aquarius ascendant, but when it comes to your own astrology reading based on your own birth chart, that will be more accurate and personalized than this common reading, because it was created based on the actual positions of planets, their aspects with each other, and their states at the time of their birth. It's like a screenshot of the sky at the time of your birth when your life story was shown in the sky at that time. So to get a more accurate and personalized birth chart reading, you have to submit your birth chart to an astrologer and get your birth chart reading. The astrologer also will recommend the remedies for the negative influences caused by the planets. Your birth chart reveals your destiny. Your destiny shows the strengths and weaknesses you brought with you in this life. Brought with you to this life. And the possible ways to happen the things ahead in your life. But remember, this is not a fixed destiny. You are not pre-programmed robots. You can change many of the good and bad things written in your destiny. Astrology is there to provide valuable guidance in achieving those tasks. It has been doing this service over hundreds of years for the human being. So you can prepare well, prepare well, and overcome your weaknesses. And also, you can plan well and implement those plans to overcome the troubles to come ahead as shown in your destiny. And also could get the maximum use of the positive things to come ahead in also shown in your destiny as revealed by the birth chart. That way you can change many negative things to come ahead in your life and get the maximum use of the positive things to come ahead in your life with the help of astrology and then succeed in your life. Good luck.